Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back. Guess what? It's Wednesday, and that means we are right here in your screen, in your phone, or whatever you'll be watching right now. Because Beth and I want to talk today about gratitude. Something that I think is super important for us to remember once in a while. So this is the gratitude episode. It's going to be really awesome. But before we talk about gratitude, Beth, how are you?
I am so glad to be here. Speaking of gratitude, I love this topic. I think it's really important that we keep this at the front of our mind when we walk through the world. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Absolutely. I think so too. I think the pace of life is so fast that sometimes, we kind of need those reminders too. And even for us, sometimes like we are like battling our schedules to figure out when are we going to meet and do our sessions and things like this, for our friends. And I feel like sometimes like, geez, we pass like the 1 year episode and things like that, right? It's like, and all the things that kind of come through mind. And, like, I think today I want to talk about gratitude because it's something also I was talking to the artists inside the Next Level Academy this week. We were talking about the ways in which we can also demonstrate a sense of gratitude to our followers, to the people that matter most to us, and to the things like that. And even sometimes the small things. This is something that happened to me just recently. I went to an opening which I hadn't been to an opening in over a year because of the pandemic. So I went to my first opening. It was like the weirdest thing to see people in one room looking at art. It's like, what's going on? Is this a dream? I'm pinching myself. And when I left that place, I was so grateful. That one day hopefully we will all be able to experience that again, and slowly as we get back in the swing of things, being able to do that. We took it for granted for so many years, forever, like just go places and see other people. Now it's like it's novelty. So that for me was like kind of give me a great sense of gratitude. And I thought, we can talk about that today. I don't know, is there something in particular about that kind of like you feel like recently is giving you some sense of gratitude?
Well, when I think about moving back to Nashville and hugging my friends, I kind of tear up a little bit. And
Hmm.
I'm just so thankful for those friendships.
Yeah, yeah, and before this, you and I were talking about that a little bit. Your move back to Nashville, and your face totally changed right away. You had that big smile, your eyes were shining, and I think it's a signal, right? That there's like that emotion inside, the sense of gratitude, being able to go back there. Because we talk about how we started these episodes or sessions when you were in Nashville,
Hmm.
and we accompany you in your journey through Texas, and now we're gonna see you going back to Nashville. How cool is that?
It's a wild ride, I tell you. It's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting back to the big city and being around all of the artists there and going to an art opening like you just said you did
Mhm.
and just taking it all in because I've truly missed it so much.
Yeah, super. Well, my friends, so let's talk about some practical ways in which we can, show our gratitude. In this case, gratitude to. I was thinking about a lot of the people that follow us, right? I mean, we work so hard as artists to create our audience, to build our audience over time by posting, by sharing, by going, doing stories, doing reels, doing everything that we talk about here too. And we slowly build that audience. But how many times do we actually sit down to be thankful to them, to thank them for being there for us, for the likes, for the comments, for watching the things that we do. To all our friends who've been watching our show every Wednesday, and I know there are some of our friends who watch it faithfully every Wednesday, and they send us comments to that, sometimes in the comments below, sometimes privately. And
Hmm.
so I really want to say thank you guys, for doing that, for being here for Beth and I, because it's just been so awesome, and how often we forget because we gotta create the next episode or the next thing to stop and say, hey, today is just about being thankful. We're super thankful for the things that you're doing. So kind of want to jump and bring that all to other friends watching here, and ask you, when was the last time that you took a little break to thank your followers? So I want to give one example in which everybody can do it this week. What do you think about that?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
I have enjoyed these videos because I've connected with artists all over the world.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that because they have a different experience and perspective on life because they're in a different place. And that's one small little thing I think can open us up to so many new ideas and opportunities. And so I'm grateful for the people that I have connected with through this video series.
Super. Yeah, me too. So here's a couple of things that everybody can do this week, and that you guys can think about how you may want to use this. But one idea is using your DMs, right? Instagram DMs, for example, in which think about who is, and we all can. When I say this, I think we all gonna remember somebody who, when you make a post or something, who's a person that you often see popping up in your comments or in your likes, because we recognize, we tend to remember those who show up photos, right? So if a name comes to mind, or you recognize that little person's icon, when it comes up, show some appreciation to that person. Maybe a little DM that could work, or maybe could be also, you want to make it more personal. If you enjoy video, you can do a DM through video where you just take and say, hey, just want to say, thank you for being here, or whatever, for commenting often on my post. Or if you want to really pull the notch higher, something that you can do, which I have done a few times, is time consuming, but it is super powerful, is dedicate one day of your Instagram stories just to be grateful to your followers. So what's what I call a follower appreciation day. And you dedicate that day, you give your space, your digital asset, which is your social media, to them. And you give it back to them, and you do shout outs, you do features, you do things that normally a lot of people charge for, or don't have time to do, but like really going for it, super good. So that's one thing I can challenge you, my friends. I'm gonna do it this week, because it's something that every time I do it, I know it takes time, but the rewards are really good, because you're being thankful. And I think there's something that comes your way when you are thankful.
Oh my gosh. I'm just over here just loving everything you have to say, because when you do those types of actions, that's a form of building community. And when we build community, we make our lives richer. We make the people around us, their lives richer as well. And that's kind of what we were designed to do as humans, is to connect and be in community. So anytime you take an action of gratitude, just know that's part of what you're also doing as well.
Yeah, totally. So my friends, you can pick, doesn't have to be this week, but just, be conscious about it, think about it. And I think the people on the other side of this little device will appreciate that also, that love that you give back to them. And as we wrap it up, as we close it, and as we think about this, I want to take a minute to also thank Beth. We're thanking Beth here with all the friends. I want to thank you for your friendship, for everything that you also provide here for me individually, as an artist too, as a creator. And the things that you bring, also, our friends who will be watching for a while, they know that we take turns to bring the topic. So every topic that you bring, it also makes me think. It makes me also a better artist, a better person, very creative. And I just want to thank you also for that here, Beth, for all the good inspiration that you give us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I feel that. I received that. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. And I can't wait till I can come to Chicago, and we can continue doing the work that we had set out to do before COVID. And that was to collaborate and bring more people together. So in real life, so in person. And so I'm so glad that we've had this year together where, we've been virtual, but we have been in more contact with one another this year than all the previous years. And so I'm grateful for that opportunity. And so I'm loving this episode. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And we want to thank to all our friends watching. Thank you guys for this. Thank you for all your support and for all the things that you guys do as well. So with this, we're going to wrap up today's episodes. Beth, where can our friends connect with you, find you in socials?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Beth English. I'm on all the platforms. So anytime you search for me, I'll be there, and I'd love to connect with you. So thank you for watching. And Sergio, where can our new friends find you as well?
So you guys can find me at Sergio Gomez Art everywhere as well. But more often than not, you'll find me on Instagram. All right. So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Be thankful. And thank you as well. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.